The amount of times that I will always and forever say that I fucking hate niggers. Oh my god, I fucking hate niggers. Like, I hate y'all. Like, you, like, I don't oh, we were slaves this entire, I don't give a but like, for a reason you guys were slaves. You guys don't know anything better than the steal. Like, oh my god. Like, I was literally eating food with my friend. He had his, oh my god, like, I don't know, por Dios, por gracias de Dios, I had my wallet next to me, like my whole purse, and those like that little small shit decided not to steal my wallet. Oh my god, I would have grabbed my heel and like whooped the out of that nigga. But like, whatever, right? But no or nothing. Y'all don't know how good it felt to say like out loud. Like, goddamn, like, oh my god, I felt like I was back in the Marine Corps. Like, I kid you not, I don't know what the fuck came over me. I grabbed that by the neck and I was like, come here, you fucking. And oh my god, like, I felt like the world just stopped. Like, it was just peace. Like, I don't know. And then he was just like even I in my head, I was like, damn, te pasaste, because I called him a dog. Like, imagine if the downtown were there, they could have beaten my ass. And then he like stops like, hey, no, just call me a I was like, you're a I was like, oh my god, like, you're a and I called you a like, world peace. And I was like, what the are you gonna possibly say? Like, are you gonna call 911 because I called you a no, right? Oh my god, I don't know, this didn't record, but it was like, I'm kind of glad it didn't record, because it was like me expressing how much I hated black people after this. Like, dog, like, let me get a black person on a 911 call tomorrow, especially. You're going to jail. I don't give a you're getting treated like a bunch of shit.
What up, y'all? Y'all know I had to talk about this one. So you see how a lot of these Mexicans feel. Now, I'm not saying all Latinos get down like that. What I am saying is, out of all of the Latinos, from Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Venezuelans, the Mexicans are the most racist. This is a fact. Mexicans are the only ones who literally ride with racist white boys against black people. In California prisons, and people from California know I'm telling the truth, they stand with the Aryan nation. The ones who be with us are the Samoans and the other Asians that are from Cali. So when you're in a California prison, you got the Mexicans and white boys on one side, and you got the black dudes and Samoans on the other side. When it comes to interracial marriages, do you know Mexicans are 42% of interracial marriages? So this is why when I hear black women, right now we talking about this Mexican chick, but I hate when I hear black women talk about all of the black dudes that's messing with these other chicks. Y'all are talking about celebrities. Stop saying that shit. Because most black men are with black women. But y'all are so hyper-focused on these celebrities that y'all forget about the everyday people. And y'all are everyday people. Because it's never a famous chick talking this shit. It's always a regular black woman who's looking at rappers and basketball players and all these other people that you're never gonna be with. And you talk about how black men is always messing with white girls. And the majority of us are with black women. Back to this chick. I'm trying to be nice. You see how comfortable she was. And it's because her culture is very racist. In Mexico, they have a hierarchy. You have the Spaniards, the ones that have a straight up bloodline that's from Spain. They look white. A Spaniard is just a white person that speaks Spanish. You have them. That's the highest class in Mexico. Then you have the white looking Mexicans that have blood from the Spaniards. They're like the second in line. And then you have the mestizos, the ones like that chick. And she talks about all of this. Oh, y'all was slaves. You know you was a slave too? You didn't know? Did you know that white people killed so many of y'all, or your Aztec people that you love to claim? They killed about 30 million of them, all the way down to about 1 million, 500,000. They killed so many of y'all. In fact, they had to, in the 1500s, to the Philippines and go to India and grab some Indians and Filipinos and bring them down to Mexico and enslave their ass too. This is why you see some Mexicans that favor Asians, because they have Asian blood. Y'all are mutts like a motherfucker. Do you see how comfortable she was saying what she said? But they love black culture so much, because in her saying that she got to say nigger, if you notice, she said nigger 2 ways. She said it the way that black people say it, and then she said it as an insult. This is why no Mexicans should be saying that shit. This is why she felt so comfortable being in a room that she thought somebody wasn't gonna blow her spot up, and they did. They told on that ass. Why? Because they know the power that she wielded at one point. And they tried to save her. They tried to just almost sweep that shit under the rug like they do with a lot of them white cops. But they saw we wasn't going for it. And we kept putting that pressure, as we should. These people have gotten too comfortable. Now you got a bunch of them online talking about, what did she say that was so wrong? And it's not all of them, don't get it twisted. But it's enough of y'all. It's enough of y'all. Then she wants to get online and say, I'm sorry if I hurt you.
I just feel really bad. I just feel really bad that I was just mentioned, and it's just so toxic, and I'm just so sorry about that. That is, as you can see, that's not my content. That wasn't my content back then. And I don't know, I just feel really bad. And I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. I think I just need to go to therapy. And I need to go to church. And I just need some like self-reflection, honestly. Because that was just so nasty. But anyway, I just wanted to formally apologize and say I'm so sorry if I hurt your feelings.
See, that's how you could tell somebody apology is straight trash. And they don't mean it. She's sorry she got caught. What you mean you sorry if you hurt somebody? First of all, if we don't get mad when white people say that shit, it don't bother us. Not to the point that you think you're hurting somebody. You made yourself look like a fool. On top of the fact, these white people laugh at you when you say that type of stuff because to them, you's a nigga.
And again, another one bites the dust. How many videos am I going to have to make to tell you if you don't look like me, but you think because you're not black, it's not going to happen to you? It's going to happen to you. And the irony is your proximity to whiteness is never going to save you, and the call is always going to come from inside the house. Let's not forget that just a week and a half ago, they found a 19-year-old Latino boy hanging outside of a police department in Washington, D.C. We will never like you. We will never accept you. We will use you. We will abuse you. And then we will toss you aside. She's a dead woman walking. If she'll get drunk and get on Instagram on somebody else's page and talk like this, do you imagine what she says within the police department with other officers? So now they're thinking if she'll yap, she'll yap. So we need to worry about that. We'll never protect you. We'll never choose you. And you are not safe with us.
These white people don't care about you, but y'all want to be white so bad. That's why that LULAC Foundation, Mexican Foundation, number one, back in the days, they said the problems that black people had, that's y'all problems. We white. They fought to be white. Look it up. So you gotta understand what's embedded in their culture. They don't even like black people. They don't like black Mexicans. So you know a lot of them not gonna like us. And as far as that apology, you can take that apology, wrap it in a taco, a nice soft taco, and shove it up your fat, flabby, square ass. That's what you can do. Take that apology, wrap it in a nice soft taco, and shove it up your fat, flabby ass. Because you can keep that shit. We don't need it. We don't care. But for you black people that's always looking for friends out here, we don't got no friends. I'm tired of telling y'all that. Just because you got you a nice little Mexican girl and some of her family might treat you okay, just know all of them don't feel like that. And stop comparing your one situation to all the shit that goes on out here. How many times racist Mexicans that kill somebody in California? See, that's how you know. This is why we get on Africans so bad. Because there's two examples of this tribalism. You got Chicago and you got California. In both those places, you got Latinos that get out of line. Got neighborhoods in both those places that black people can't just walk through. Why is that? Because you niggas is so focused on each other when it come to that gangbanging, which is another form of tribalism, that you done let these niggas get out of hand. See, in New York, the Mexicans is humble. Puerto Ricans don't even play with Mexicans, for real. And Puerto Ricans are the only American Latinos, if you want to get grimy about it. But understand something, black people. It is time for us to start focusing on this birthright citizenship. Because that shit shouldn't be happening no more. Enough of these immigrants, and it's not just Latinos, but enough of these immigrants that came into our neighborhoods and displaced us. You got Mexicans talking crazy on phones. They done caught them talking crazy on the phone about black people. You got dirty ass cops like her square pants SpongeBob looking ass. You got cops in California that have gangs inside of the precincts. You can identify them by their tattoos. And do you know a lot of those gangs got white boys in them? Ain't no black dudes. And they get promotions when they kill niggas. Look this shit up. I'm not just saying this shit. If it's one thing I don't play about, it's my people. I don't want no fucking Mexican trying to tell me what to do because they got a badge on. See, us as black people, that shit hit different with us. And we know about our oppressors. We deal with them a certain way. I'm not saying all white people is bad, because it's not. Because on some real shit, and this is real facts I'm about to say, more white people have helped black people than any African, than any Jamaican, than any Latino. When it come to that civil rights era, you got some white people that was dying with us, fighting for us. So don't get it twisted like they all bad. But at least 70% of these white people out here are racist. And there's a system. And us as black people know this shit. And the reason why it bothers us so much, because we looked at y'all as one of us at certain points. Back in the days, the 90s, 80s, we used to look at everybody, Africans, Jamaicans, as black. I want y'all to listen to that song that Young Jeezy made, My President is Black, My Lambo's Blue. In that song, you'll notice Jeezy said that, yeah, that's our president. If you touch him, we gonna wild out. Like he said something to that effect. Basically, if you touch him, we going off on y'all. You think we ain't know he was a fucking Kenyan? But it ain't matter to us. Africans can't show you nothing like that in their history where they ever held us down. I talk about Amadou Diallo a lot. A lot of y'all gonna be too young to remember who that is. But that's an African that the police in New York City killed. And black people went to war for him like he was one of us. Why? Because he was one of us. We ain't care about the fact that he was African. But after a while, we start noticing, yo, these Africans don't fuck with us. We could tell by the way y'all look at us. Go inside y'all stores, y'all got like this funny attitude and shit. And we let that shit slide for years. Then we find out y'all got derogatory names for us, Akadas and Jareers. Word. Then we found out that y'all parents give y'all the talk. That's what y'all call it, the talk. Basically not to fuck with us. Like we done did something to y'all. We the reason you got over here. And y'all want to talk crazy about us like them white folks, like them racist white folks. They don't accept you. They don't care about you. Like she said, we'll use you. That's what they're good at doing. Why you think they want you over here? They want to use you for cheap labor. Why you think they letting all these Africans in the NBA and NFL? You know why? Because us black people, black Americans, foundational black Americans, we know what we worth. Y'all just happy to be here. So y'all will take a job getting 9 times less than what we'll take it for. We never said that we didn't want to work in fields, on farms and shit like that. But you gonna pay us. But they'll get you to come across that border, and you'll work for $5 an hour, knowing damn well that's a $30, $40 an hour job. They don't care nothing about helping you. Them Democrats wanted to bring you over here to be a new voting bloc because we stopped fucking with them. But see, this is where the Democrats messed up. Us as Black Americans, we one force, one unit. Y'all let all them immigrants come over here and they all separate. And once they become American, or quote unquote American, they fuck with Republicans. You know why? Because it's like running in a place, a room that got a lot of food and everybody on the other side starving. They slam the door and hold it. They don't want them coming over here. The best way I could describe it is we the union workers. Black Americans, we're the union workers. But then they come get y'all, a temp agency, and try to replace us. Black people, it's time to get on our bullshit. Stop being so friendly. You see how other people tried to claim hip-hop? You see how Puerto Ricans tried to say that they created hip-hop? We had to fight for that again and let them know, y'all ain't create shit. Y'all the first students, but y'all ain't create shit. See, they don't give a fuck about our history enough to know that this has happened time and time again. And they try to do the same thing that white folks do. Because everything that Elvis Presley know, he got from a black man. Any white person you could think of prominence that's in the entertainment industry got that shit from a black man. Eminem got his syllable rap from Cool G Rap. And Big Pun got it from him. But they'll try to take our face off and put their face on it. And they call that quote unquote crossing over. But it's our fault for accepting that shit. It's our fault for allowing people to come into our culture and then try to treat us like shit. Y'all LA dudes, y'all got them Mexicans out there rapping. I love Kendrick Lamar and everything. But if I was him, I wouldn't have put Lefty Gunplay on shit. Especially knowing what y'all know. Because if anybody know how racist a lot of Mexicans is, it's a nigga from California. If I'm saying something wrong, get in my comment section and tell me. Stand on that shit. Because I'm standing on what I said. Because I know it's true. I could pull so much shit up off the internet and show you what I'm talking about. A lot of them people talk about us like dogs. One of them said, yeah, I'm going to call y'all nigga. I'm going to say nigga, and ain't nothing y'all could do about it. Somebody was supposed to run in his mouth soon as they saw him, yo. Why they so comfortable doing that shit? A lot of y'all get online talking about, oh, why everybody hate us. Well, so the fuck what? Let them hate. They ain't going to touch me. They going to touch you. It's like I always tell my wife and my son. Don't never feel bad about what none of these people say online. Because they talk online. They do a lot of that online. But when you walk up on one of them white boys and ask them straight up, yo, in the supermarket, yo, where the peanut butter at? They'll tell you, it's over there, buddy. I don't play with these people. Stop wondering why somebody hates you. We need to get on our A game and get on this shit and get them the fuck up out of here. We can make it real uncomfortable out here. The first thing that need to be on our list is that birthright citizenship. They done used the 13th and 14th Amendment, and it ain't nothing in that shit that say anything about allowing an immigrant to come over here. They done got too comfortable. And all of that shit is our fault. Why? Because we was looking for help. We was looking for help to help us fight this battle that we fight every day out here. Like she said in her video, oh, y'all was slaves. Yeah, we talk about that shit. Because it's real. You know what's real crazy? When Jewish people talk about what happened to them, don't nobody say nothing. In fact, they be scared to say something. When Chinese people got a museum in China that shows them everything the Japanese did. They massacred them people. And you know why they got that museum? So that shit don't never happen again. Now you see over here, they tried to come up with this critical race theory shit. They try to hide our history. Year by year, they try more and more to hide our history. We not letting that shit die. Because we not gonna let it happen again. You think I ain't know when Trump got in office, it was gonna be a lot of racist shit going on out here. But I'd rather have my racist in my face and blatant than like them Democrats. Because the worst thing for a black person is a goddamn Democrat. Why? Because they got a whole bunch of white people with them. Liberal white people that shake your hand and pretend to be your friend. Yet they'll flood your neighborhood with a bunch of immigrants that'll take your resources and on the low trying to replace you. And they don't give a fuck about you. That's what a Democrat do. That's what a liberal white woman do. A liberal white woman will tell you that it's good for you to be able to get an abortion. You should have rights to do what you want to do with your own body. But what they won't tell you is so many babies done been aborted. Look this shit up. If we didn't have abortions, you know we'd be 100 million strong right now. That's how many black babies they done killed. And you let them flood your mind with this dumb shit and trick you into doing some shit. That's what a liberal will do. I'd rather rock with a Republican because I know they don't like me. And I don't like they motherfucking ass either. But just because I don't like you don't mean that I can't do business with you. At the end of the day, the person that's gonna get my vote is who do things that's in the best interest of me. I'm not voting because you say, oh, your family died, your ancestors died, so you could vote. My ancestor ain't died so I could vote. My ancestors died because some racist white motherfuckers hung them. That's why they died. They died because some racist people chased their ass through the swamp and beat their ass and fed their kids to alligators. That's what happened. You think voting was on their mind when they was getting chased through swamps and fed to alligators? I don't think so. And the more Democrats you let in, if them people get into power, you're going to have a whole bunch more Mexicans running around, putting badges on, and calling you a nigga in their mind, trying to set you up so they could shoot your ass. We got enough of that coming from them racist white people. We don't need no more enemies over here. Y'all done made us start focusing on you. All my FBA brothers, pay attention to the stuff that I done said. And if somebody got anything against what I done said, get in my comment section to tell me how I'm wrong, because you can't. You might not like what I said or how I said it, but I ain't say nothing that wasn't true. Peace.